So today we will be discussing about where does the IP address comes from. Firstly, let's know what an IP address is. So an IP address is the identity of the device connected to the internet, where it may be a mobile, computer or laptop. If it is connected to the internet, then for sure the device has its own IP address. But we don't know from where or how does the IP address comes. So let me tell you how it works. When you jump online to send an email, you are accessing a network that is connected to the internet itself or one that gives you access to the internet. Perhaps that's connecting to whatever internet service provider you have at home or using company network in the office. To do this successfully, the computer uses internet protocol and your IP address is used as a virtual return address to establish a connection. Now let's see what's inside the IP address. You see this format of numbers and dots is called the IP address. The blocks of hexadecimal digits that make up an address are called octets. See these various hexadecimal digits here? Yes, they are called octets. And these octets create addressing scheme for different network types. There are 5 different network classes, namely A, B, C, D, and E. Each class has a different first octet range. For class A, you can see in the table it ranges from 1 to 126 and directly from 128 in B, but there's no 127 decimal range used because the range is reserved for diagnostics and loopback functions. The class D and E are reserved for multitasking and experimental research purposes. Also, there are few ranges which are totally private and are listed in the table shown. The private IP addresses are of network classes A, B, and C. Any IP address is broken into two parts, network and the host. The, this is where it all comes together. The first few octets in an IP address identify the network and the exact amount of octets depends on the class of the network. For example, in a class A address, the network portion is contained within the first octet, while the rest of the address is used to denote the subnets and the host. In a class B address, the first two octets are for the network portion, while the rest is for subnets and the host. Now, let's have a three-step easy way to know how the IP addresses are assigned. The IP addresses are allocated by a non-profit US corporation named IANA, that is Internet Assigned Numbers Authority. It assigns the blocks of IPs to regional registries of any zone. Then the regional registries further assigns the IPs to various institutions falling under its zone. And finally, the IPs are provided you, to schools, offices, home, or other institutions in the zone. And these steps are supposed to be followed because it is the assigned process for IP allocation. Again, the question arises where our router is used, but let's know what actually router and routing is. Firstly, router, a device used to access the internet as well as keeping our network safe using the firewall. Routing, the process of forwarding packets from network to networks. This means that when you visit any web page, a packet of data comes from your computer and any other packet is received by it which loads your request. This communication bounces from two endpoints all because routers transmitted and guided this information. Thank you for watching the video.